India stands as a beacon of democracy, its foundations firmly rooted in the ideals of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. These values, enshrined in the preamble of our constitution, serve as guiding stars for the world's largest democracy. Adopted in 1950, the Constitution of India established a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, laying the groundwork for a unique and vibrant political system. This system, often described as a parliamentary democratic republic, draws inspiration from both the British Westminster model and the federal structure of the United States, resulting in a fascinating hybrid that reflects India's own historical, social, and cultural context. This essay aims to provide a detailed overview of the Indian political system, delving into its structure, functions, and the challenges it faces. From the intricate workings of the legislature, executive, and judiciary to the dynamic landscape of political parties and the electoral process, we will embark on a journey to understand the complexities and nuances of this extraordinary democracy. Along the way, we will explore the roles of key players like the President, Prime Minister, and the judiciary, while also examining the crucial role of state governments in this federal structure. The Indian political system, much like the nation itself, is a testament to the harmonious coexistence of diversity and unity. It is a system that has, over the decades, weathered numerous storms, from social and economic inequalities to political and regional tensions. Yet, it has emerged stronger, demonstrating its inherent resilience and adaptability. As we navigate through the intricacies of Indian politics, we will witness the dynamism of a system that is constantly evolving, reflecting the hopes and aspirations of 1 billion people. This journey will not only illuminate the workings of a nation, but also provide insights into the challenges and triumphs of democracy itself. At the heart of the Indian political system lies the principle of the separation of powers, dividing governmental authority among 3 distinct branches: the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. This separation ensures a balance of power, preventing any one branch from becoming too dominant and safeguarding the principles of democracy. The legislature, responsible for making laws, is embodied in the parliament. This bicameral body comprises 2 houses: the Lok Sabha, representing the people, and the Rajya Sabha, representing the states. The executive branch, responsible for implementing and enforcing laws, is headed by the President of India, who acts as the head of state. However, the real executive power rests with the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers, who are collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. The judiciary, the guardian of the Constitution and the rule of law, ensures that the actions of both the legislature and the executive are in accordance with the Constitution. The Indian judiciary is renowned for its independence and its role in upholding the fundamental rights of citizens. It is a hierarchical system, with the Supreme Court at the apex, followed by high courts in each state and lower courts at the district and subordinate levels. This tripartite structure, with its inherent checks and balances, forms the bedrock of Indian democracy. The legislature, with its power to enact laws, reflects the will of the people. The executive, tasked with implementation, translates these laws into action, while the judiciary, with its impartial judgments, ensures that justice prevails and the Constitution remains supreme. The Indian Parliament, the supreme legislative body of the country, is housed in the iconic Sansad Bhavan in New Delhi. It is here that the representatives of the people gather to debate, discuss, and ultimately decide on matters of national importance. The Parliament is bicameral, consisting of 2 houses: the Lok Sabha, also known as the House of the People, and the Rajya Sabha, known as the Council of States. The Lok Sabha, the lower house, is the embodiment of direct democracy. Its members are elected directly by the people of India through universal adult suffrage. With a maximum strength of 552 members, the Lok Sabha reflects the diversity of India, with representatives from every corner of the country. The party or coalition that wins a majority of seats in the Lok Sabha forms the government, and its leader becomes the Prime Minister. The Rajya Sabha, the upper house, is designed to provide a platform for the representation of states and union territories. It has a maximum strength of 250 members. 12 of whom are nominated by the President for their contributions to art, literature, science and social service. The remaining members are elected indirectly by the elected members of the state legislative assemblies. The Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, though distinct in their composition and functions, work in tandem to ensure the smooth functioning of the legislative process. While the Lok Sabha holds greater power in matters of finance and the passage of money bills, the Rajya Sabha plays a crucial role in reviewing legislation, often providing a more sober and measured perspective. India's federal structure necessitates a clear division of powers between the centre and the states. This division is enshrined in the Constitution, which outlines the subjects on which each level of government can legislate. While the Union Parliament has the power to make laws on subjects of national importance, like defence, foreign affairs and currency, the states have the autonomy to legislate on matters concerning their respective territories, such as public health, agriculture and local government. At the state level, the legislative branch is represented by the state legislature. Most states in India have a unicameral legislature, consisting of a single legislative assembly, while a few states, like Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh, have a bicameral legislature with a legislative assembly, or Vidhan Sabha, and a legislative council, or Vidhan Parishad. The legislative assembly, the lower house in states with a bicameral system, is directly elected by the people of the state. The party or coalition that secures a majority in the legislative assembly forms the state government, and its leader becomes the chief minister. The legislative council, the upper house, is composed of members elected indirectly by members of the legislative assembly, local bodies, and other special constituencies. The state legislatures play a vital role in the Indian political system, ensuring that the concerns and aspirations of the states are adequately represented. They provide a platform for regional voices, shaping policies that directly impact the lives of millions of Indians. The relationship between the union and state legislatures is dynamic and constantly evolving, reflecting the complexities of a diverse and vibrant democracy. While the President of India occupies the highest constitutional position in the country, acting as the head of state, the real executive authority rests with the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. This system, known as a parliamentary system, ensures that the executive branch is accountable to the elected representatives of the people in the Lok Sabha. The President, elected by an electoral college comprising elected members of both houses of parliament and the legislative assemblies of the states, appoints the Prime Minister, who is typically the leader of the party or coalition with a majority in the Lok Sabha. The President also appoints other members of the Council of Ministers on the advice of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister, as the head of government, plays a pivotal role in shaping the country's policies and direction. They preside over the Cabinet, the highest decision-making body of the executive branch, which comprises senior ministers holding key portfolios. The Council of Ministers, collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha, assists the Prime Minister in the discharge of their duties. At the state level, the executive authority is vested in the governor, appointed by the President, and the Chief Minister, who heads the state government. The governor acts as the nominal head, while the Chief Minister, along with their Council of Ministers, exercises real executive power. The relationship between the governor and the Chief Minister mirrors that of the President and Prime Minister at the national level. The Indian Judiciary, a cornerstone of the country's democracy, plays a crucial role in upholding the Constitution, safeguarding the fundamental rights of citizens, and ensuring the rule of law. Known for its independence and integrity, the judiciary acts as a vital check on the powers of both the legislature and the executive. At the apex of the Indian judicial system stands the Supreme Court of India, located in New Delhi. It is the highest court of appeal with the power of judicial review, meaning it can strike down laws passed by the legislature or actions taken by the executive if they are found to be in violation of the Constitution. The Supreme Court also acts as the guardian of fundamental rights, ensuring their protection for all citizens. Below the Supreme Court are the High Courts, each serving a state or a group of states. High courts have original jurisdiction over certain matters and appellate jurisdiction over decisions of lower courts. They also exercise judicial review over state laws and executive actions. Beneath the high courts are a hierarchy of subordinate courts, including district courts, sessions courts, and magistrate courts, responsible for adjudicating civil and criminal cases. The Indian Judiciary, with its emphasis on fairness, impartiality, and the protection of individual rights, plays a vital role in upholding the principles of democracy and ensuring justice for all. It acts as a bulwark against arbitrary exercise of power, safeguarding the rights and freedoms enshrined in the Constitution.